So hello, I'm Ishita Oak and I'm a media student. I'm creating a documentary called as One and Only, which sheds light on the problems on divorced single moms. So can you just give a brief introduction about yourself?
Yeah, I'm Purva, 61 years old, just retired last year from LIC. I got married very early at the age of 20. So at age of 21 around. So when I got a child, I was 25 years old, and I got divorced around when I was 41. So it's been a long span of being a single mom. So what would you like to ask about it?
So can you just introduce yourself in brief?
Okay, hi, nice to know you. I'm Jyoti Oak. I'm working for LIC for the past 31 years, and I'm happy that you're making this film on single parents. So this topic needs to be highlighted. So many congratulations on that.
Did you ever feel like during the initial days, do you have any fear or anxiety that you have to step up and become both the parents for your child?
Yeah, naturally, that anxiety is always there. Not now, but it was always there, because when I got divorced, my son was in a adolescent, not exactly adolescent, he would have stepped into adolescent very soon. So naturally, I had to see that I had to be both the parents to him. So he should not feel the shortage of any one parent. So there was stress, but yeah, I managed.
And how long have you become a single parent?
After 23 years of married life, so almost like 2017, 7 years I'm being a single parent.
And during the initial days, did you have any fear or anxiety that you have to step up and become both the parent for your child?
Yes, absolutely. There was a big stigma, there was a big deeply rooted fear whether I can take on the responsibility of being both the parents. So the decision is not very easy for to be a single parent to teen daughters. So yes, there was initial fear, but with the support of your loved ones, and if you're into a toxic relationship, it is better to move away from a toxic relationship rather than just pull along through it. So there was fear, but because of people around me who wanted the best for me and their support, I could take this decision.
And from an Indian societal point of view, being a single parent is not normal and still looked down upon.
Okay.
So what are your views on this?
See, initially there was there were people who are looking at to me in a different angle, like it was whether maybe if I was to blame, or whether I was responsible for all this because I was the one who stepped out of the house. But then gradually you forget about the people, and when you realize that it is not about the people and it is about yourself and your son or your child, then you don't think of all these taboos. Yeah, I don't. And I was a working woman, so I had that as a strong point behind me. I didn't need to depend on anybody. So for me, people judging me was not a big issue. I never bothered about it. Yeah.
Yes, in Indian society, divorce is still not very taken very nicely. So it affects mentally everyone involved in it. So society, there is still a stigma about being a single parent. People, the society gets fodder to just gossip कि कौन गलत हुआ रहेगा, and they are very quick to point fingers at you, at your children. So there is still a society pressure about being a single parent.
Saying this, do you ever think that the society will create an opinion on your parental style?
Absolutely, it is opinionated. The society is opinionated about being a single parent, and especially when a woman becomes single. So it is very opinionated, and it is always the fingers always pointed at the woman. कि इसी ने कुछ तो गलत किया रहेगा. Even when your children are growing up, they are being they get those glares about being coming from a broken family. The word broken is very used, and that is that really breaks the mental stability of the people going through it. So society is not very, I can't say supportive, but at least be very sensitive to people who go through this. So there is a stigma. Society has not yet accepted it.
Okay, I don't know. I've never bothered about society till now. because yeah, parental style will be different. Raising a child with both the parents, with both opinions. There are two opinions involved rather when you bring up a child that way. And whereas when I he grew up under me, it was only my opinion that mattered. So maybe there were some decisions which I must have not taken, which were not correct rather, maybe, but whatever the outcome has come out, I feel that it was all a good journey on the way, yeah.
And what do you think that being independent is important for a single parent or a single mom?
Yes, being financially independent is very, very important to take this decision, because finances are the most important things which gives you wings to go ahead in this decision. Other things which are like emotional, mental, all these things can be worked upon. But if a woman is earning her own bread, so she is not dependent on the other partner to how her life can be after she becomes a single parent. Being financially independent definitely gives a boost to this decision, but that doesn't mean I'm advocating that if you are financially independent, you should go in for this decision. There are lots of parameters involved when you take this decision, but being financially independent just it takes care of the finances, even if it becomes a messy thing in the court, and if your partner is not ready to give you alimony or maintenance, so you don't have to wait for it. Being financially independent, the woman knows that she can provide for the kids in spite of not having the money coming from the husband.
Because unless I had financial freedom, I could not take this big step of stepping out of the house, and I could give my child everything what both the parents would have given together. So I think being independent, financially independent is plays a big role rather.
And how did you adapt on both the parental roles?
It was very difficult for me to adapt to both the parental roles, because for me, becoming a single parent, I was also going through parenting both the roles. So I did not know how I can be a father. It is people just say that you are both the father and the mother, but how to become a father when you are in a female when you are a female mother and all you have is a motherly instincts? Suddenly you can't have the fatherly instincts. It is difficult to be the father and the mother. It's like very tight rope you're walking, but with the love and the caring and the understanding of your kids and the communication between all the people involved in this, it helps a lot in overcoming these situations. So it is a very tight rope to walk on.
Yeah, I see. First and foremost, I always thought I should he should never feel whatever he would have asked his father, he cannot ask me. So I tried to make myself adapted to all kind of topics which were going on in his age as he grew up. They go on changing, right? See, now the topics are something different. That time the situations were different. So I tried to adapt myself to all those situations, like what a father would have said in such situation, what I would have said in such situation, like that. So I started driving a car because I thought that would give me a big confidence to it did give me confidence. Learning a car did give me confidence. So I didn't have to depend upon anybody for transporting my child somewhere, maybe to college, maybe to some classes or whatever. So that gave me much of confidence. I started reading a lot because I wanted to gel with the surroundings. I wanted to I wanted to give my son, not show my son that I'm ignorant of anything that is happening around. So that made me more, more of a better I was educating myself as I went on educating him. Yeah.
Already being a single parent is a lot, but then how is your work-life balanced out?
It takes a toll on it. There are questions from your colleagues also. So when you just talk about your kids and no more you talk about your husband, so there are whispers behind whispers कि ये तो अपने husband के बारे में कभी बात ही नहीं करती तो क्या हुआ रहेगा. So you give fodder for them to talk about. So you are looked at very differently. So even in work you have to face all those challenges also, and you have to be strong to face those challenges. Yes, like I said, that it is still stigmatized being a single parent. So there are lots and lots of obstacles you have to face. but then you have to work on yourself, you have to work on your mental strength, and you have to face all these obstacles in a very firm, subtle but calm manner.
So it was like a journey for both of you.
It was a journey for both of us, yeah. I find myself a much better learned person than I was so many years back, yeah.
Because then you stepped out alone in the world with a child.
I started learning like how to handle people, how to deal with others, like how people look at you, and how you have to teach your son also. I mean, your child not to bother about other pressures and grow up as a, independently. So that was much beneficial for both of us, yeah.
Living alone is something different, but living alone with the responsibility of taking care of your child is something more difficult and different. What difficulties did you usually face?
The difficulties actually what we faced was like being together as a family, because when you are a single parent, the situation is totally different. No one knows what to expect. Everyone is in a very scattered frame of mind, collecting all that together and then moving ahead in life. This is the path we have chosen. I have to make the children understand why I have chosen this path, and ensuring that I cannot be a father to them, because no one can step into that shoe, but at least I can I have to make them not ensure also, but I don't know what to say, but I have to tell the kids also that the father is not there, so it doesn't matter, you can talk with me. And creating a harmonious atmosphere, a peaceful atmosphere, and letting your child meet their father also, not to stop them from meeting them, because the problem is always between a husband and wife, not between a father and a kid. So giving them that freedom to meet, so it helps in their overall personality. And these decisions at every step of life, taking these decisions on a daily basis, it takes a toll on you. But this, since you have whatever be the situation, when you have opted this path, so राहों में कांटे तो बहुत होंगे, चलना तो पड़ेगा, क्योंकि चूज तो हमने ही किया है. So yeah,
work life was I found that never came as a hurdle, because my son was already started higher secondary, like he had gone to higher secondary when I took a divorce. So he was into his 10th, 12th college, and my job was going parallel with his studies. So I don't think any problem came about working and his upbringing rather.
Do you ever feel overstimulated by the fact that you have to set an example for your child and be perfect all the time?
Yeah, it is there, but I will disagree with the statement that I have to be perfect all the time. No one is perfect till the end of their life. You just have to be an example to your kid, that in a relationship, be it a married or an unmarried relationship, in whichever relationship, a friendship relationship, husband-wife relationship, or mother-daughter relationship, you have to choose your boundaries. You should know how much you should allow the other person to cross your boundaries, and you should know to keep your head held high in a relationship. Should know when not to take a shit and till what extent you can take a shit just for the sake of a relationship. अगर बार बार तुमको ही झुकना है तो रुकना भी तुमको समझना पड़ेगा, और कब रुकना है ये तुम्हारे हाथ में है. So I will say that my kids should learn this. It's not that no one is perfect. No one can ever be perfect, but there's always a perfection in imperfection. So I will always teach my children this.
And whenever your child was with his friends or with his peers, did he ever face any judgments, like very serious judgments or something
about
the single parenting, about only one parent being present and the other being
No,
absent?
I think my son was quite mature enough. He became mature enough very fast, and he realized the importance of me walking out of the house and realized the necessity of that. So I don't know, he has never judged me for anything. Till today, at least I found that he has not judged me for anything.
To make such a decision, do you think that family support is needed? If yes, how and why?
Yes, definitely family support is needed, because when you are going through this phase in life where you don't know whether the decision you are taking is correct or wrong, and you are too much overwhelmed by this thought, so you need people who can give you a very clear picture about the pros and cons of going into this decision. So family, whom do we call a family? Family is the one who loves you unconditionally, and who gives you supports you, and who just wants you to be happy, one who wants you to have the peace of mind. So they will give you an unbiased opinion about what you should expect if you go with this decision, and if when both the sides of the coin, they'll very clearly they show you. So family support is very much needed.
And lastly, do you ever feel overstimulated by the fact that you have to set an example for your child and be perfect all the time?
Yeah, this feeling was there a few years back. Initial stages of my separation, that feeling was there. What you said, I wanted to prove myself. I wanted to have a something that increased. But then I said, when I learned my car, like it was something I did out of the need of proving to him that I could be the enough parent for both the parents for him. So initially that pressure was there, but not later on. Once you get used to, I think I became more friendlier with my son after this incident. So later on it wasn't much of a something to prove. It was much of sharing our lives together. Yeah.
Lastly, having so many responsibilities, do you ever feel like taking a day off just for yourself?
Yes, I feel that every day. Like it is really very taxing, and it becomes very much overwhelming when you are just running around the clock and fulfilling the responsibilities of everyone. So you just feel like, yaar, ek din mere liye sahi. Yes, that day will come. But I try to sneak time for myself, and I have lovely kids who always pamper me. So that way I'm blessed. And I take time off to pamper myself.
Yeah.
And lastly, having so many responsibilities, do you ever feel like taking a day off just for yourself?
I take right from the beginning, like even though I was growing up with him, he was in a growing up stage. I like trekking, I like painting. So there are times when I used to go for trekkings, leaving him behind with my mom for 2-3 days, or maybe I still do. I still like now he's grown up, but I still take time off for myself, even though I'm alone now. I take an independent time out for myself, where I go on holidays by myself alone. I like traveling alone.
Yeah, so taking a day off just is necessary.
Yeah, it is very necessary.
Even if you're working or you're
even
not
if you're working, you need to. There were times when I just took a holiday, not to stay at home, but to spend for myself. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much for coming with us and doing this interview for me.
Okay, thanks.
I'm very glad that you came up and spoke about your life and the problems.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
जिंदगी ने की है कैसी साजिशें, पूरी हुई दिल की वो फरमाइशें, मांगी दुआ एक तुझ तक जा पहुंची परवरदिगारा, कैसी सुनी तूने मेरी खामोशी ओ परवरदिगारा, ये फितूर मेरा लाया मुझको है तेरे